what's up, everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. We're coming at you with a super spicy episode 346, and we're recording on October 6th, 2025. I am Doug, and joining me today, we got Warren.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And Anita.
Hello.
As a quick reminder, check out SojuTalk on your favorite podcast platform, sub to us on YouTube, join the SojuTalk Discord, and be a part of the nation. First things first, this is not a... It's going to end up probably being the length of a normal episode, but it is a Chuseok episode, so things are different today, guys.
Happy Chuseok, everybody.
Happy Chuseok. If you're not aware, Chuseok is like Korean celebrating the harvest and things like that. You know how Asian people do that? Yeah, harvest. Whoa. Typically, Koreans, they go back home to their families. They hang out with the families. They like pray to the ancestors, all these kind of cool stuff.
Yeah.
But
I called my mom.
Hey, my mom's over there in a different room. Let's go, Mom. So a couple things. First of all, big shout out. We have a new Fuego patron, Rob the Runner.
Ooh.
So I guess he likes to run. We got Rob. Shout out to Rob.
Thank you.
And then the reason this week is special is because we're only covering 2 songs. There's barely a news section, but the second half of the show is going to be the TxT SojuBomb. We've been collecting data for the past week. In fact, they were 629 total scores.
Oh,
done.
wow.
Whoa.
Thank you,
An
guys.
average of 48 per song. We had 13 songs SojuBomb. So at least around 50 people per song participated, which is awesome. So that's going to be the second half of the show. Let's just get into the big new releases. We got 2 of them. We left it up to y'all. We were like, do you guys want us to cover the sparse songs because of the Chuseok week? Overwhelmingly, people said yes, cover them. We have IZNA, Mamma Mia. We have NMIXX Spinning on it, which is a pre-release. Let's start at the top. We have IZNA, Mamma Mia. They are from Wake 1. Last 3 songs, Beep, Sign, IZNA. Okay, that was a big sigh.
Oh no.
You know how I've been praising Black Label. I've been Teddy's #1 fan for like the past 4 or 5 months, right? I've been singing it was about time they F this shit up, you know?
It's over.
Bye. Love affair with the boy Teddy. This shit, it's out the window, dude.
Oh no.
For context, if you're not aware, I watched the whatever show it was that made this group. I forgot. You know, I'm so incensed that I can't even remember. It was oh my goodness. It's not Boys Planet, Girls Planet. It's
Island 2.
Island 2.
Yes.
That shit with the egg in the building. Oh my god. Okay, I watched the entirety of that. I know everyone in this group. I'm well aware of who they are. I'm a big fan of this group. I love the previous song. This one ain't it, guys. I don't know what the F this is. Like,
dude.
Dang.
I don't know why we decided to go into this direction. I don't know why we didn't let Vivienne, the main, who was seemingly the main producer of this group. I don't know why we stopped her cooking. We took her out of the producing kitchen. I don't know what we did here. I don't know what these decisions were.
I'm sure there's a reasonable reason they changed it up a little bit. This track in particular, the producers are Teddy, Kush, 24 is the main songwriter and arranger. Ito is here. I will admit, Vivienne is present in every other song in this EP.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Vivienne's still here as the third lyricist. So, I mean, she knew what she was getting herself into.
Let's not beat around the bush. How is this IZNA Mamma Mia? Straight up. How is this shit, dude? All over Mia. Is it all over you, Warren?
I don't know if it's all over me. Okay. I don't know. Okay. I don't hate the song.
Okay.
I don't have a 2. I don't have a 3. You know what I mean? Like it's. I don't think
you might have a 4.
It's not the absolute. Shut up! It's not the absolute worst song I've heard. Is what I'll say. I do think there are really good bits in there. Like the chorus happens 3 or 4 times. It's also the intro to the song, and that whole rhyme scheme where they say Mamma Mia, Hola Mamma Mia, and then like Damuna Dia. Like I think the way the members pulled it off, I thought it was really good. They credit where credit is due. They ate that shit. I thought when that began, I was like, we're onto something. I was like, I don't know. I kind of dig it. Like, I remember Doug probably remembers because I saw the music video last week while in between segments while we were off cam, and I was like, I don't know, this kind of bangs. And then later we get to the first chorus, and I was like, oh wait, this is also the chorus, right. and the other chorus, and then I don't know. Then you hit the end of the song, which we suddenly go into this wild EDM Teddy festival, and I'm like, I don't know, man. Like,
I don't know what we're doing, dude.
I wasn't a fan of the mix, I will admit. Some of the 808s, depending on where you're listening, the mix sounds a little weird. I felt like the bass was very overwhelming for some reason. And I kind of get what they were trying to do with this minimal approach to a hip-hop focused dance track. I do think there are good bits in there. It just wasn't really cooked well. I don't know. Anita, what do you think?
I guess I have also a similar take on it. I think on first listen I was a little like, oh, this is very different. This is not what Beep sounded like. This sounds very much what I would expect Teddy to produce, I guess, like his sound. So it felt a little like, okay, I guess we're doing this with IZNA too. But there were some nice parts. I liked also how the vocals flowed, the lyrics. I think maybe I feel the same way about that chorus, that hook, where when it was supposed to be like the first chorus and just as a chorus overall, it didn't feel like it had that much, like it didn't feel like a high point, like when it was supposed to be. And I don't know if it's because it is introduced as the first thing in the song, like we hear it a little too much, or it just lacked a little bit of energy or contrast maybe. I'm not sure what it was, but it felt like it just came and went without too much of an impact. So I guess that's where I feel like, oh, it could have been utilized a little better, because I agree, I liked how they sound in the hook, and it's fun, like the rhyme scheme. But yeah, the festival, the dance break felt a little disconnected, a little bit. I don't think it's like 100% like out of nowhere. Like I can kind of see where we were going, but
the energy was good. It's just weird. Like I don't like it's not them. It's the decision to do it.
It is.
You know what I mean?
I didn't mind the dance break, the performance, like the members were doing great, but then it also felt like it ended quite sudden. Like we didn't quite have a resolution to it either. And it just feels like now you know that this is the type of thing that you hear in this type of production, and it just feels like, oh well, I agree with the sense of what are the decisions being made to accommodate to IZNA. It doesn't feel like it's the other way around.
It also doesn't really feel like they really couldn't make up their mind on what they wanted to do, because like that's what pisses me off with this outro drop and EDM drop ending is I understand. I personally felt like it came and it killed all the momentum that we had leading up to that point in the song, because the song's not long. It's rather short. It's like, how long is this? It's like
2:35.
2:35.
Yeah.
God damn, that's short. It's a short song, and I feel like, okay, keep it minimal, keep it simple, keep it clean. The arrangement is very minimal. Like you look at the chorus, all you got is the drums, the bouncy bass, the member vocals, and like the deflating sound. Like that's all you get. And like I was like, okay, maybe this is like more of a vibey, you know, like they say Mamma Mia, and like maybe I don't like parts of it, but whatever. And then you get to the end, and then you ignore everything you've done up until that point. Just throw it down the fucking toilet, and then you go into this boom, bottom, bum, bottom, bum, bottom, and I'm like, I don't know, man. It's just
do you know what's my biggest problem with this track? Right? It's not the first IZNA song where I've had this. I'm gonna bring this up. It's like there are certain lines of this track, specifically the second half of the chorus, where it doesn't sound like the kid who's singing it in the music video is the one who's singing it.
Oh.
Elaborate.
Like,
what do you mean?
At the beginning of the song, so they're doing the chorus, right? Bang Ji-min does the part, and then Jungwon comes in. She says the 하나 둘 셋 하면 pose the most babia. That part, right? Da 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 da. That part sounds like Jungwon, right? We do that part like 2-3 more times. I think Sarang does it one time. I think someone else does it the second time. I don't know who does it the third time. I think it might be Coco or someone. Or Sebi does it the third time, right?
So Sebi does it the third time. Sarang is the second time.
The second and third time, it still sounds like Jungwon to me. Like, it sounds like whatever I heard the first time. And like, this is like the second time in an IZNA song where I've said like, is that kid really singing that part? You remember last time with Sebi?
I remember this.
I was like, is that Sebi? And it turned out it is Sebi, but it's really edited because I heard her sing it live and it sounded like Sebi, right? But it's the second time on an IZNA track where I'm like, the kid singing the line doesn't sound like the kid. And that's weird to me. You know, as someone who's intimate with the group and knows who the members are and knows what they sound like, when I get to a part and they're doing that part and I'm like, they're just like, it sounds to me like they cut and paste the Jungwon part and then just paste it 2 more times, but then they attribute it to other people, which is weird.
That's interesting you would say that, because like I know you follow IZNA. I know you follow them through Island too, even though you don't remember the name of the show. And
like they
it was a while ago.
I listened to the 3 of them sing those parts back to back to back many times, and it sounds like 1% different. Like, sure, it's a different kid singing it, but like it's too similar, you know.
I think it's a choice, though, right?
It's a production choice, isn't it?
I mean, is it a? I think the question here is whether it's not choice or not. But I think the question really is that a good choice or a bad choice? And if you personally, I think if you're gonna have 6 people in your group and you're gonna have 3 of them sound the same, I don't think there's a point in having 6 people in your group.
That's a fair take, honestly. It's a take when it's fair.
Yeah. I mean, I was a little less annoyed by it partially because I don't exactly know how these people are supposed to sound different. If I'm completely honest, you could have told me 2 people sang the song, I wouldn't have batted an eye. Like, not that I think that's a bad or good thing. It's just, I don't know. You take that and then you take the beat, which feels like it just feels empty. It just feels missing. It feels incomplete. Like it feels like I understood what they were trying to do when they began the song. When they ran it again for the 2 choruses, I was like, this isn't really working. It felt like we were missing an instrument or 2. I don't know. I get that minimalism is the vibe here, but this just feels incomplete. Is my takeaway.
I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm confused. And the thing is, like, I thought the build up was fine, but there's another line that Sebi has. I gotta find like,
맞춰 네 눈높이를.
like,
you wanna be like me?
Yeah, that one. Da, da. Right? It just like some of the production of this song, like the line delivery, like to me that part just felt like little scratchy, you know? Like I was like, okay, like there's just certain parts of the song on the production side and the line delivery side, right? Like what they were told to do, where I'm just like, y'all made this decision, you know? I don't know. Like this song is just very confusing to me. Because like I get that we're trying to do something different. And at the end of the day, the kids are trying really hard. Clearly, they're trying really hard with the dancing here. The choreography is like the saving grace of the song, if there is one. You know,
the performance,
the performance side, because they're trying so hard to like to make this shit get over. That's a wrestling term. That means like when you want people to buy into what you're doing, right? They're trying so hard to get this shit over, right?
Okay, I had no idea.
But the shit they're giving is terrible, you know? Like, what are we supposed to do? Like, I don't know, man. Somehow this cultivated 35 million views on the YouTube channel, but I don't know if I believe that.
It did, yeah.
To be honest, yeah. It's just as an IZNA fan, confusing because I thought I don't know if we had established an identity. But I thought we had established that like the sound of IZNA will kind of be like a VVN production thing, and all those songs were starting they were somewhat similar in that respect, I thought. But this one's out of left field to me. We dropped it like before Chuseok week, so they don't even really. The timing is weird. We're not going to be on very many music shows, or not a lot of people are going to watch them because they're hanging out with their family, right? Or people are traveling in Korea. Just weird. I don't know.
What's the contract length for this group? Do you guys know? Is it the standard 7?
I think this is standard 7. They're not from different companies. Yeah. These are all Wake One kids.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Oh no, I got the same impression. It felt a little rushed, and I wonder what happened behind the scenes. Because the music video looks like it's on point, and I don't think this is particularly low budget in that aspect. It just feels like certain aspects of the comeback feels underdone and not in the most graceful way.
They went with like an X-Men theme, and I love me some X-Men, you know? Like they went with like they all have superpowers, and they've been declared as they threaten the system. I was like, oh shit, okay, this is like whoa, this is X-Men, right? And then she scratched the wall with her claws. I'm like, she's X-Men. What the shit? And then the one guy, there's like, but it's not. And the thing is, it wasn't just them. They had like a X-Men crew, you know, going on in the music video.
Oh,
like there was X-Men homies, and I was like, whoa, it's X-Men. And then they did this song, and I was like, what the shit,
Mamma Mia.
You know? Like, oh, Mamma Mia, what the fuck is this? You know?
Damn.
The New Jersey of me, Mamma Mia, this track.
Angry Italian.
Maybe move on. I think you've tried.
I mean, I like me some IZNA. I watched this thing like 25 times, trying to sift through the tea leaves, trying to gain a vision of what we're doing here. And my conclusion is, I don't know what here's the thing. It's Wake One, but the Black Label's producing. I don't know what that relationship is like. Like, let's say Wake One's like, hey, Teddy, you gonna give us that next IZNA track, right?
No.
And let's say Teddy's like, oh shit, I forgot. I'm trying to manage this all day project thing that's coming back next month. And he just sent them something from his old hard drive, right? Is Wake One allowed to be like, what the F is this? Give us something better, Teddy? Is that how that relationship works? You know? We have no clue.
I mean, there's got to be some sort of checks and balances, right? Like, you can't just...
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think there was enough checks nor balancing of this one. As a track. Damn. Which is sad because I was really excited about this comeback, you know? Yeah. That's where I'm at with this one. I'm sorry.
Let's move on to the next one.
All right. We have NMIXX with Spinnin' on it. It's a pre-release. They are from JYP. Their last 3 songs, Know About Me, High Horse, See That. Blue Valentine is their first full-length album. It will be released on October 13th, with Blue Valentine serving as the album's title track. Spinnin' on it is a pre-release. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As NMIXX kept, it seems to me NMIXX has kept up the mojo from this High Horse, Know About Me era, right? Whereas it feels like to me we're still in the same era, you know?
Oh.
Or say like extended era. Yep. Do we agree with that? So. We're in the same cinematic universe with this one?
Mm-hmm.
I can see it, yeah. Visually, there's a similar tone, I guess.
I need to be sold a little bit on this one. I'm going to be honest here.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? You didn't enjoy it?
This one made me feel low IQ, dude. Like, I feel like I didn't have enough... I feel like I took too many Tylenols growing up before I was listening to this one.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm a little sick, y'all. I'm just delirious right now. I'm just saying random shit. I did this. Okay. I actually can't say what I want to say. I'll tell you guys during the break.
Anita, did you like the song?
I did. I mean, I definitely agree with what Doug is saying about it having a very similar vibe to their last album and releases. And I guess the way that I thought it carried that on was the quality of the instrumental, like the backing track and like some of the choices they had there. Because this one, I think, had a bit of a of a more like live band feeling. I don't know if that's the right way to describe it, but it had like the instruments were very clear. And I think on the first listen, I thought like, oh, this is really cool, but I'm kind of having a hard time knowing what to focus on at first, because I really liked what was going on in the background with I think we had a really great bass line and then the drums, and but then the vocals also had a lot of interesting stuff going on. Like in the chorus, I think they have a bit of a call and response going on. So I don't know. I think it was a lot of interesting parts. And on first listen, I was a little maybe disoriented as to what I should focus on. Second listen through, though, I feel like I was able to maybe listen to both parts, like vocals and like on the top line, and then instrumentals. So I don't know. I don't know if that's what Doug meant, where like it felt a little overwhelming. Like
I felt like I was watching an NPR Music Tiny Desk concert.
Oh,
like, that's what it sounded like to me a little bit. And I was like, is that fine for me to think? Like I was wondering if it okay. How do I describe it? It felt more like a live performance than an actual like CD version. I don't know how to put it. Like it felt like the instrumental felt like it had a little more soul than I'm used to for a K-pop track. The way I'll put it, right?
You're saying it's good. That's what I'm hearing.
I was thinking it was good. Yeah, I was thinking it was cool. I was like, wow, I didn't.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out. I was like, does this sound musical theatery? I was like, no. Does it seem like live band? That's where I ended up at. And I was like, that's interesting.
Right.
I was like confused about that.
I do think this leans pretty heavily into like a pop rock, pop punk kind of an arrangement, kind of a sound. Recently we had aespa lean in that direction with Rich Man, but they still played it safe. They had these hip hop drums, hip hop bass, those 808s, those trap drums. This one does not do that. It, like Anita mentioned, that it has those like quarter note bass guitars, those acoustic drums. I love that they did that. I love that they dug into that arrangement.
Yeah,
because I feel like aesthetic, mood wise, we're not too far off of where we were with like See That or like Dash, where like there's this laid back to it, vibe to it, where in that verse. But where this really sets it apart is instead of doing more like Dash, instead of doing like hip hop, they have this beautiful chorus. I really love this chorus.
It's good.
Chorus is really good.
That I love the actual melody. I just that whole like downward, that repetitive downward melody. I thought it was really nice. Like Anita mentioned, I really like that call and response between one person and then a chorus of kids. I was like, okay, like okay. And then you get to the post-chorus, and it's like, okay, like we're extending that vibe, and that's exactly what a post-chorus should do. It shouldn't like try to flip things around. It should take what's already there, and then keep it going for another like 8 bars. And I really like that. The momentum on this song is really amazing. You start with the verse, you build. There, and maybe I thought the drum breaks into the chorus was not super organic, but you know what? I really feel like I'm nitpicking at that point. And then you get, after the second chorus, you get to this change up, this fucking mixed pop bullshit change up. But this time around, it's not bullshit anymore, because it's like this jazzy...
It's more subtle. Yeah.
It's so subtle. It's a seamless jazzy change up. And there's these like pianos with these ride drums, and like it's bringing out a nice emotional moment without having it drag down or like fucking go into a ballad moment all of a sudden. It's very nice. It's very smooth. It's paced incredibly well. I think there's a lot going on in the song where like maybe like Anita mentioned, you get lost in the sauce a little bit, but like, okay. When you're eating Chipotle, when you get a bowl of Chipotle because you feel like you're rich tonight, yeah? Let's say that happened.
F Chipotle. I've converted to Team Kava, by the way. Just saying. Hey,
Nava, Kava, fucking Chipotle, whatever the fuck you're eating. Let's say you do that tonight. When you eat a spoonful, you're eating multiple ingredients in one spoon. You're not doing fucking, I'm going to eat the rice, then I'm gonna eat the corn. Then I'm gonna eat the pig. You don't do that. You know what I mean? So my recommendation is sit back and just like focus mostly on the number vocals. Yeah, just let it happen. And the rest of the arrangement just follows along. It's I don't know. I had a really good time with it. The build up was nice. I liked how instead of using your best vocal members for the chorus, you instead use it where they feel appropriate. And Kyujin and Seoryun, which typically are some of the weaker vocal links of this group, they sound great in that chorus. Oh my, like Lily sounds great in the second, third run too. But like that first run with Kyujin and Seoryun, I was very convinced. This is fucking fantastic. It's great.
Hey, let me get off of my high horse for a second.
Yeah, get off that shit. Spit on me. Spit on me, dog. Spit on me.
Okay. I thought. Okay, number one, the reason I'm laughing is because the entire time I was looking at the title of this song, I thought it was like spitting on it, like hot to a girl. I thought
it was. Dude.
I literally thought it was like that.
Not that.
No.
I know it's not that now. I understand that. Here's my take. If Blue Valentine, which is the title track coming out on October 13th, is half decent, NMIXX better be on 100% of the girl group excellency votes. That's my take. They better be.
Whoa.
Like, if there was no Golden this year, let's say K-pop Demon Hunters doesn't happen, right? And let's say you limit your award show to just K-pop specific, so that means you would knock out like a cat's eye like that, right? NMIXX is Artist of the Year, in my opinion.
Artist of the Year?
Who else has... in my opinion, who else has 4 songs that I would rate a 7 or higher this year? Potentially.
I mean, I don't think an Artist of the Year is solely based on 4 7s out of...
I think for our podcast, based on the title tracks we covered, no one's had a stronger 2025. If you think of it like that.
Okay. Here's the thing with NMIXX is
you think it's too much one flavor?
No. No, I love that they're doing this flavor of NMIXX. I love it. I want them to do more because nobody else is doing it right now. But let's talk about commercial viability.
Okay.
That's a fear I have.
Okay. Shut the front door then. Okay.
Because
the thing is, I think they could reach a good balance, and that's why I'm glad they're doing this kind of sound for the pre-release, because typically then that means that their title track won't really be exactly like this, because I do feel that while I appreciate the continuation of this sound from their previous mini album and their releases, I feel like that was one of their comebacks that didn't have as much mainstream push, I guess. So I guess I see where Warren's going with that.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Critically speaking, if I think about every active K-pop girl group, I think NMIXX had the best year. That is no secret. I think my thing with NMIXX has always been I like what they're doing. However, I am not the general public. I am a fucking guy on the internet who listens to 3-4 K-pop songs every fucking week, and now we talk about this shit. You know what I mean? Like, the general public is one thing, the fans are one thing, and I enjoy the fact that they have very good, solid, positive growth on their sales. But this is also a group that is struggling a little bit with getting like good numbers in like streaming charts and whatnot. And I don't know if it's a marketing thing. I don't know if it's a identity alignment thing.
It's exclusively a streaming side issue too, because the sales are comparable this year. Hot versus Forward are for Le Sserafim. Hot versus NMIXX Forward sold about the same amount, 750K ish. So it's a specifically charting issue with this group, oddly.
So I don't know. Like, if it was completely up to me, like, I think NMIXX has been killing it. I think it is no secret now that I love this song, and it probably will like whatever title track they drop as well, as long as it's not fucking garbage. So I don't know. I'm really excited for this group. That's what I'll say. Like, you know what? I don't care what the fucking general public thinks. I think this is great. Please listen.
Right.
Yes, please. Why aren't you listening? Please listen. Give it a listen. Listen now.
So normally, I am a guy who loves watching music videos and accompanying the songs. I feel like, to credit them, number one, music video is interesting. I don't get what's going on, but stuff happened, you know?
They throw cake.
Cool color tone. There were a lot of close faces to each other, you know? I ain't gonna comment on that.
Yeah.
That being said, I thought on a standalone level, the song, the instrument, the song they have on an audio level is fantastic. That's what I'll say. Which for me is rare praise, because normally I'm like, yeah, down about that music video though, you know? So I thought they made a really cool song there, and I think the group is doing stuff that's a lot different than anyone else right now. And I think people are, I know K-pop fans are recognizing that. I hope other people will too, though, you know? They're doing something, like, this is like, for me right now, with JYP as a company, we talk about it all the time, but I feel like NMIXX is doing great, like in terms of the music and what they're doing there. So can't really fault them for that.
Such a crazy redemption arc. Like
yeah.
Like I keep forgetting that this is the group that gave us like fucking OO and OO and Dice back to back. Like
yeah, they've come so far.
And then Young Dumb Stupid. Oh my god, what a
Young Dumb. Let's not talk about that, dude. What the F was that?
This group is an interesting SojuBomb in one of the
ways. This could be a nominee for sure.
Yeah.
All right. That's the music this week. Chuseok week. What are you gonna do? The only other stuff that was released this week, former After School member Nana released "Hurt." You know what the crazy thing is? I saw an interview with Nana recently. I don't know how old this interview was. She said she hated being in Orange Caramel.
Oh shit.
She said, I liked the music we were making in After School. I did not like the music we were making in Orange Caramel. It was not me. That's what she said.
Oh.
Which is fair. She's entitled to that opinion. I was just like, but it was great though, you know?
It was catchy.
We also had Wonho with a pre-release called Good Liar. And then we have Hit G's with Happy. So those were the 3 other tracks this week. That's it. Let's move on to SojuScore now. So last week on episode 345, we had Hearts to Hearts, Pretty Please with a 6.42, P1 Harmony X with a 6.76, and then Jui and Corbin Besson with Blink with a 6.05. This week, just the 2 songs. We have IZNA Mamma Mia, NMIXX Spinnin' on It. Let me get the thing up. All right, the first track we got is IZNA Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia! It's a spicy meatball. No, it's not. It's not a spicy meatball this time, guys. I wouldn't skip this track. Personally, I don't think it's that bad, but I was extremely underwhelmed. A rare 4 from me.
Oh.
Whoa.
I did not like this one.
Dang. I thought I was going to have a low score. But I am not the lowest today. I'm going to give it a 5. I thought there were parts that I enjoyed. I think it was just the overall completion of it that felt a little confusing, but not the worst thing. I think it's just average.
Interesting. I think the average K-pop song sounds better than this. I don't think the song is absolutely terrible either, though. Like, I liked bits of what I heard. It's just the overall mix of it didn't really make a whole lot of sense. It wasn't really working for me. I have a 4.
SojuTalk Nation and Gochu Gang also voted. Let's see what they gave them. They gave IZNA's Mamma Mia 5.54, which for the nation is low, you know? And as a result, it receives a 4.63. Yikes, guys.
So low.
Next, we have NMIXX Spinnin' on It. I enjoyed this one. Not my favorite NMIXX song, but I would recommend people listen to this one because I think they're doing something very interesting here. I gave it a 7.
I also give it a 7. I enjoyed what we're doing. Am I a little concerned for general public reception? Maybe, but the music's still good.
If I'm completely selfishly honest, I don't really give a fuck about what the general public thinks. So I think the music's great. Fuck it. If they don't like good music, shut up, whatever. I have an 8.
Whoa.
8. Whoa. Okay, guys. based on the scores here, this needs to be an 8 to get Whole Spice.
Give me a good number, guys. Give me a good number.
I don't think it's an 8. I know it's a good score, but it's not an 8. It's a 6.92.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
And as a result, it gets a 7.23. Does not make the Whole Spice.
So close.
So close. I think anyone bumps it, we get it. Yeah, we get it.
So close, guys. We were this close to greatness.
The Soju scores IZNA Mamma Mia 4.63, IZNA Spinnin on it 7.23 is what I meant to say. Hey, we're at show winners now. Anita, hit us with them.
Yes, we got 2. First one, aespa with Rich Man. They won an Amp Countdown in Show Music Core with a total of 9 wins so far with this comeback. And then we have Kickflip with My First Love Song. They won in Show Champion and Music Bank, so 2 wins for them.
Is Rich Man popping off? Like, it got 9 music shows, guys. Like, that's a lot.
I think aespa's just popping.
You think they're just too big to fail at this? Well, they are too big.
Yeah, to some extent.
Okay. It's 8th on iChart right now. But, we're in a lull. They got a good advantage here because everyone kind of dipped out before Chuseok, but they dropped their thing, right? They're getting that push over there. 9 wins for them. Kickflip, hey, shout out to Kickflip. I think they're doing well
good stuff
as well. Normally, we would end part 1 here, but because we're doing the SojuBomb and we're going to make it a big thing, I'm just going to go right into the news, guys. There's like 5 articles, barely anything. First one. So after several interrogations, the police reportedly have heightened suspicions that Bang PD violated the Capital Markets Act and can face criminal charges. He is now under a strict exit travel ban, blocking any overseas travel. So they're like, this man's a flight risk. He might dip out of the country. We're not going to allow him before we decide if we're going to press charges or not. And this has to do with that whole thing about the stock options. He told people we're not doing it. We're not going to... Wait, what was this one about? We're not going to go public. He told people we're not going to go public, so they sold their shares and things like that. Right. And then basically he's like, no, we're going public. And then they bought back all the shares and they distributed it to their friends. It's pretty shady what's alleged here. That's the first thing about Bang PD. I got a second one. It's a big ass article, but here's the summary of this article, right? The summary is a former Hybe director filed a lawsuit against Bang PD alleging that she was forced out of the workplace via bullying in 2017 so that the company could cancel her stock options.
Huh?
Oh.
She claims that executives verbally pressured her to resign, excluded her from meetings, secretly hired her replacement, criticized her over trivial manners, all while avoiding written records to leave no trace. She said the reasoning behind this was because they were this whole stock thing that was going on, and she said if they got rid of me, then they would cancel all of her stock options.
Interesting.
This is all alleged. All alleged.
This sounds a little familiar.
Yeah.
But these are claims coming from. Originally, this came from Chaeun herself. She was a former risk management director, formerly of Big Hit, and she wrote a couple posts about it on her threads. There you go. I mean, take that for what that is. We'll have to see how that develops, I think.
Let's put it this way. When it did go public, the Bang PD and the top executives in the company made reportedly around 600 billion won. So around $500 million at the time. Yeah. No, I think it mixed up the numbers. The number on the news articles are reporting is 4,000억 won, which is 4,000 something. The number in the front is a 4 something won. Is it 4? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
Still money.
No, I was doing this part.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's something else.
No, I was just saying in total they generated that much revenue for the executives based on their share values. 600 billion won, which is $600 million. And this one, I remember hearing this where they said each BTS guy held about 15 billion Korean won each of shares as well at the time. So they made like 12 million bucks each. It's a lot of money, if true. Hey guys, I don't know what the conclusion is, but this seems pretty like there's so much shit about this. Once you get international travel bans as a flight risk, you're in some deep shit.
Serious.
You're pretty effed at that point. Yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen there. The other lawsuit thing, the second mediation of that SM versus CBX lawsuit collapsed. They're gonna keep going through court. They said they tried negotiating again on the side, failed.
No.
So
I mean, this was expected. Yeah.
they're all dug in over there. Next thing, so Eyes Closed. Reportedly, a ballad duo between Jisoo and Zayn is coming out eventually, formerly of One Direction. Yeah, there's a ballad coming out with Jisoo and Zayn.
Did not expect that.
Interesting collab.
I don't know what's going there. And then Pink Panthers is having a remix project that's apparently on one of the tracks gonna have 17, and then Eve is on another one.
Ooh.
I see that. I can see that.
They're on her list of people who she's going to be doing stuff with.
I mean, Pink Panthers is a very well-known K-pop fan, so
Kylie Minogue over here, you know. So we got some interesting names. But that's literally all the news, guys. That's it. That's all that happened during Chuseok week. In terms of music, next week, that's the only thing I'll have additionally. OneWe, Baby Monster, Twice, NMIXX, To Us, Pentagon Kino. Some interesting names here. Twice, NMIXX, To Us, Baby Monster, all things that we talk about quite frequently. Yep, that's it for the first half of the show. We'll take a break. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, SojuTalk Nation. This is Anita here with a quick PSA. If you would like to support SojuTalk Kpop Podcast, please like, subscribe, or follow us on whatever platform you're using. And consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/SojuTalk or donating to us at paypal.me/SojuTalk. On behalf of the crew and myself, thank you. Now back to our regularly scheduled episode.
What are we doing, Warren?
We are doing a SojuBomb. Do you guys know what a SojuBomb is?
Yep, it's when we poll the nation on their favorite title, not their favorite track. In this case, the entirety of the TxT title track discography. Yeah.
Thus far.
We are looking at roughly 13 title tracks today that TxT has dropped over all these years. We're unfortunately not looking at the Japanese releases. We're not looking at their collab tracks. I think they
the notable B-sides. People were angry we're not talking about Cat and Dog.
Great B-sides, yeah.
I like Cat and Dog. Unfortunately, we gotta draw the line somewhere. This is where we draw the line. I'm sorry. But hey, TxT, everyone loves TxT. I think they have a generally a very good reception overall with their music. And they also happen to be a group that we've somehow been able to cover since their debut.
We've covered all 13 of these title tracks as songs during the week. Like we've done all of them as big new releases, all 13. Which is crazy.
I will admit, going through some of these like high level takeaways, like I was going through these songs again, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot about this track. I forgot this was a thing.
Me too.
Oh, so I don't know. It was pretty fun for me. But should he dive right in to the first?
I guess
song?
How about this time? How about we reveal all three of our scores at the same time, and we see that's how we'll start a discussion on these tracks.
That's what we do every time. Yeah.
Is that what we do?
That's what we do every time.
All right, I'm doing it.
Who's naming it though for the listeners?
I will read first, and then we can take turns. Yeah.
The first song is Crown, the debut track. Here are our disclaimer. We're three idiots on the internet. What we say about these songs does not affect TxT in any capacity. Yes. You're allowed to have your own opinion. Join us on the Discord. Yes. Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Boom.
All right. Doug gave Crown an 8. Anita gave Crown an 8. I gave Crown a 6. Doug, would you mind unhiding the nation score too, please?
Okay, you want me to do Nation too?
And the Nation gave Crown a 7.76.
Okay, yeah.
One of these scores is not like the other.
It sure isn't.
I think Crown for this type of group, number one, they were coming off of the pressure of being the follow-up to BTS at Big Hit, right? At the time. I thought they hit this out of the park with this song as a debut song. I thought it's fun. It has that TxT spunkiness that we like. I thought it was fantastic.
I think now, seeing it now, because I think I think it had a good reception when it came out, but seeing it now, I also thought about how it kind of still holds up in the midst of the youthful boy group resurgence that we've seen a little bit as of late. So I thought I was impressed in that as well. And also the choreography, which I think has been one of their signature things now, super creative since debut.
So I am the person who is a little bit lower than the other guys. I still think the song's good. 6 on our scale equates to good. So I think the song is good. I docked a couple points here and there. On one hand, I totally agree with you guys. I think it was like very solid bubblegum boy group pop. It feels like this is a great example of where TxT began their journey. And we see that kind of evolve over time. But on the other hand, I felt like some of the sound design in this track was a little dated. It leans pretty heavily into the future bass trend at the time, which already for 2019 I felt like was a little dated. And maybe it sounded a little bit too generic for me, but otherwise I didn't really have a bad time with that either. I really liked that there was a modem sound motif, the pop 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 pop, that thing. That was really cool. I don't know, I still had a fun time with it.
Hey, even from this debut, you could tell instantly, wow, this group is really good at choreography. You know, that was another thing I've noticed about this one.
Yeah.
Not a bit of a flex. I did see them at KCON New York 2019, and they were by far the best group. That's my other take. Yeah, in terms of the performance. Hey, so we have 2 8s, we got a 6, and we got a Nation 7.76, and as a result, Crown is receiving 7.44. So it would make the Hall of Spice based on our metrics.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Hey, let's go. Next one, we have Runaway. That platform 9 3/4. That's the Korean way to say that name. But here are the scores for that. I need to read them.
Right. Doug gave it a 9. I gave it a 6. Warren gave it an 8. And the Nation gave it a 7.66.
Anita, why is this a 6? Like, why don't
why did you think the song is absolutely ass? Could you explain?
Yeah.
No, okay. I think it's still good. So earlier, I think Warren, you mentioned that when we were going through these songs, you realized that you didn't remember some of them. This was one of those songs that for me, I had a hard time just recalling like the main chorus and what it was. I don't know. And I think to me, the impression of Crown was so strong that I felt like this follow-up, because this was the next comeback immediately after Crown, felt a little too underwhelming to me. Like it didn't feel at the same level. And I don't know. I think I just felt like it was still good. I just didn't think it did anything like super above and beyond in a way.
I disagree. I don't know what else to say.
This is an amazing song. This is in fact my second favorite TxT song out of all of their songs.
Really?
Wow.
It's the reason I like. This is the start of TxT where a lot of their songs have a bit of like a mysterious thing going. I don't want to call it unsettling, but there's like something going on a lot of their songs.
Yeah.
And they have that type of vibe. And I think that this song paired with the performance is fantastic. I think it's ridiculously good.
There's a mystique to it, you know. There's a magic moment, you know, like they quite literally sing bibbidi bobbidi boo, which I mean, like
it's about magic.
It's literally quite about magic. But I do think this is one of those songs that captures the duality of TxT very well, like where there's this very positive, upbeat, youthful energy, and there's a lot of drive there, but on the flip side, there's a little bit of hesitation, a little bit of, ooh, like, I think everybody's happy except for me. That's literally how they begin the song. I really like seeing that duality come out of TxT. I think they really excel in displaying that kind of emotion. And I think this was one of the examples. I really liked all those. I loved how they pulled out all those magic motifs from the song. Like, again, the Bibbidi Bobbidi, you know, that thing, I thought was really nice. As classic and overplayed as that is, I felt like it was a really good mix with the rest of the track. And this was, it goes off this cool swung triplet rhythm, and it has this like nice synth pop design to it. It's not something that's super common in K-pop, and I think because of that, it's aged really well, and I still really enjoy like listening to this song.
All right, guys.
Doug, what's the average score for Runway?
The average score for Runaway is a 7.66.
What do you know? Not
That's
bad.
a good score.
Yeah.
Wow. On the next one, we have Can't You See Me? Legendary track here. The scores are, I gave it a 7, Anita gave it a 7, Warren gave it a 5, Nation gave it a 6.98, so essentially a 7. I thought this was a tiny step down from the previous two. I thought it was still a really good song. I would recommend this to everyone. Warren, why is this just a bang average song in your opinion, based on our scoring metrics?
It's a pretty average song. It's
Damn.
It's I don't think it was particularly bad. It's just it feels like it played very heavily into some of the K-pop, boy group pop cliches with this track. There's this pop trap rhythm with this whistling motif, and this is one of those songs where TxT really start playing to the sultry side of their vocals. Which in later songs, I like, for example, Sugar Rush Red, I think it was very well developed. Here it felt a little underdeveloped, and it feels like we were, I don't know, compared to the magic of the first two tracks, I felt a little less, just felt less. Yeah.
Any thoughts?
Well, I guess I thought this was kind of the beginning. I mean, we kind of get a sense of it in Runaway, the more not as bright, like kind of eerie concept. This one I thought was like more leaning into like, visually also a little creepy, a little like...
Yeah, they got like a blender with red fruit.
Right.
And it's like, okay.
Like the house imagery and like the mess. Like, okay, that's interesting because that's completely the opposite of their image as from debut. So I thought that was cool that they were exploring a different concept overall. So yeah, I thought that was interesting in a sense.
All right, Can't You See Me gets an average score of a 6.49. Damn, Warren. Damn. Okay. Next, we have Blue Hour. Here are the scores. I think, Warren, it's your turn to read them. 3, 2, 1.
Blue Hour. Doug, could you actually reveal the average scores as well? Just give it all in one go. All right. Blue Hour, Doug gave it a 9. Anita gave it a banging 10. I gave it a 7. Nation gave it an 8.19. Total score average comes down to 8.55.
Hey, man. Blue Hour is a legendary solid track, right, Anita? It's legendary.
It's legendary. I also feel like it's just... I think in this particular song, everything felt very, very, very solid, very cohesive. Like, concept-wise, styling, song... choreography, everything felt like very, very, very polished, very well done. I think might be one of the favorite track from TxT title track.
Wow.
For me, this track also has, like, it feels like Big Hit as a whole was doing this type of music at the time, right? I think this song sounds a lot similar to some of the American run that BTS had over there as well. I think there's a lot of, you could sense a lot of the similarities between them. I think this is just a fun song. I think it was funky. It was fun. Exactly what we needed during this was during like peak COVID, wasn't this? I think this is.
I remember this 2020.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
This was
Fall 2020.
This was the song right before the election. This is the one.
Yes, I saw so many memes about it.
Yeah. When Biden kicked his ass, you know? Come on, Biden. Come on, Joe. Warren, you like the song, but just would recommend, right?
I still thought it was a great song. It definitely feels like it's one of those songs that flows along with the trends of disco pop songs that are popular during this time.
Right.
One thing I do want to call out is like the first 3 songs we covered is a part of the Dream Chapter trilogy, and this one is their first minisode EP, which the way I understand it is their attempt to diversify their sound a little bit. And I definitely hear that. They are playing into some of the more classic pop sounds with the disco pop, and it's a lot more relaxed. And I feel like some of the member vocals are really coming out here in a really nice way. Did I think it was a little... I don't know. I guess I disagree with Anita here. I felt like it was a little forgettable compared to
really
the other crop of disco pop music we got around this time. The thing is, I've noticed that early on in their career, TxT played very heavily into musical trends, and that's why, in hindsight, some of the stuff hasn't stuck so well with me. But
really, because the nation has the opposite opinion of you on that.
Oh,
they think they led the trend?
No, they think the middle to the late half of the songs is when they just became slaves to the boy group meta, and the songs are not as captivating.
Oh, I mean, I don't think I disagree with that.
Okay, so
we'll get there when you get there.
You're saying they were meta slaves the entire time?
No. There's a chunk in there. We'll get to it. Just give it one more second. Anyways, I thought the song was great. Let's move on.
Man, I thought Blue Hour was one of the classics, man.
I love Blue Hour.
01 love song here. Oh well, let's say Blue Hour as an average score 8.55 to reiterate one more time. Right. I need to read out these 01 love song scores. Boom.
Let's see. Doug gave it a 10. I gave it an 8. Warren gave it a 9. The Nation gave it an 8.53. So it comes out to an average of 8.88.
That is a monster score.
That's a big score.
01 love song. To
we all
me,
kind of agree.
I like angsty boy group songs, right? I think that this song hit the perfect amount of boy group poppiness and angstiness together. I think it just smashed perfectly together. This is my favorite TxT song. I think it's their best song by far. Like, I think this is a perfect song from them. I
agree. I think this is where they diverged a lot from the boy group meta very heavily, and I think they did it in a really nice way. And if I think about 2021, this is one of the songs of the year for me.
Yep.
This is just that good. And I felt like it was very well suited for their vocal tones. The arrangement was on point. The energy was there. I love that chorus. The whole I don't know, that I still listen to this every now and then. This is a great song.
Wow. Nice.
Anita, an 8. Compare this 01 love song to Blue Hour in your enjoyment of it, because we got a bit of a difference here.
Right. I think while I appreciate that they switch it up quite a bit in this one, and I guess to me this comeback or 01 love song and then Looser Lover were kind of a package, because they were visually kind of somewhat similar. Music video wise, they were connected in the storyline in a way, and the vibes are still angsty for both of them. This one, I felt like I understood like where they were going with the genre, like more like rock band heavy sound. The vocals were really cool. I think Taehyun had a really cool part in his like very raspy tone that he took for some sections in the song. But it felt a little, I guess to me, since I have listened to like rock band music outside of K-pop, it felt a little predictable in the genre. But I can see how it's I guess unexpected in K-pop, in the context of K-pop.
That's
but
fair.
I still
I need to give this an 8. That's still good.
I give it an 8.
Yeah, I just give it an 8. All right, 01 love song, 8.88 composite score. Really high score. Next, I'll read out the scores for Loser Lover. I gave it an 8. Anita gave it a 9. Warren gave it an 8. The SojuTalk Nation, Gojugen gave it a 7.86. for a composite score of an 8.22.
Damn,
bro,
good.
Look at this
number.
run right here. Blue Hour 01 Love Star, Loser Lover. I think that's the strongest run they have, honestly. For me, I thought this one was just like this is like angsty, but I felt this one's a little more mopey, and I felt like Loser 01 Love Song was exciting though. You know, I like angst excitement. I thought this one was more just like straight up angst, and I thought it comes off to me as just like a tiny bit angsty. I mean, mopey.
I'm okay with that though. I mean, like the whole song is called Loser Lover. Like, like that's the chorus is like I'm a loser. Like that. Yeah, it's gotta be mopey. And I feel like it's very difficult to capture that kind of emotion in a upbeat K-pop, pop sounding track. Not that the sound is particularly pop, but I still felt like they did a really good job of capturing that emotion. There was these nice trap rhythms thrown in, but like it was never overwhelming. And I felt like this did a really good job of trying to balance some of the popular trends of emo pop, but also like bringing that into like a K-pop relevant sound. And I think the members sound great, per usual. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm just biased, but like between the Love Song, 01 Love Song and Loser Lover, I think the members sound the best overall. It's just very appropriate for their vocal tones, I think.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, can we be depressed a little more, TxT? Like, I love this angsty this we got going here. I don't know. I just felt like it fit them perfectly what they were doing.
I think it was the right amount of angst too. I didn't find it too angsty, to be honest. I think it could have been like a little overdone, but this felt like pop enough, emo enough, and I don't know. I think they sold it well.
I think it also worked particularly well because if you think about when they were releasing this music, it's like BTS was doing like Permission to Dance and Butter around this time, right? And they're doing 01 Love Song and Loser Lover, and I just felt the dichotomy worked perfectly when they were doing that, right? We're like the funky boys, we got the depressed boys, and I just think it worked having both of those things going on, right? I just felt it worked perfectly what they were doing there. Hey, Loser Lover, 8.22 overall. Next we have Good Boy Gone Bad. Here are the scores. 3, 2, 1. Boom.
All right, Good Boy Gone Bad. Doug gave it a 6. Anita gave it a banging 7. Oren gave it a 4. Nation gave it a 6.51. Average score comes down to 5.88.
Okay, Warren. Well, you gotta explain this 4 first. Holy shit. Good Boy Gone Bad.
I didn't like the song. I'm sorry.
Do you think it was just a little too?
It felt too on the nose. It felt too over the top.
It's generically like dark boy group sound. You know what it is.
I understand that. Yeah, I recognize that.
It's one of those songs that I've blended into the boy group meta for me, and maybe I could spin that narrative a little bit and say, TxT really led that charge with Good Boy Gone Bad. But in hindsight, I don't know if this was particularly something that stood out in the rest of the discography. I don't know. The lyrics were a little too much for me, and then and then you get the energy, which was I don't know. I mean, you guys clearly like the song. That's
Well, this is my lowest so far, right? This is for me where I felt like, okay, the song's fine, the performance is great, but as a song itself, I just felt like in the other previous 7 tracks, I felt like I could see what TxT's bringing to the table here specifically as a group, right? But with a song like Good Boy Gone Bad, for me, I was like, it's good, they're doing the moves, it's fun, but it just felt like, I don't know, at the time we were in the dark meta for boy groups, right? Everyone was doing these type of songs. I just felt like everyone's doing this, you know what I mean? It just didn't feel specifically TxT for me.
Yeah, I mean, I had a good time with it. I think to me it was the chorus where I felt like you either really like it and you will enjoy the song overall, or you find it a bit repetitive and not really that interesting, so then you won't really enjoy it. I thought the chorus, while it is repetitive, I do see that. I thought it was still pretty good, pretty catchy. This sound also, I think, reminded me a lot of what BTS did kind of in their earlier days, thinking of like what was it? I'm blanking out on it, but like back in the day they had this sound as well, and I thought like, oh, this is kind of reminiscent of that, so it's cool to hear it again. But I could also see how it might just not sound very interesting in the midst of the boy groups.
Hey, Good Boy Gone Bad 5.8. Before we go there, can I show you the score distribution for 01 Love Song that the nation gave us, guys?
Oh, sure.
It's insane.
Sure.
It received 25 tens.
Wow.
24.
Wow.
Look at this distribution.
Wow.
We got
Man.
1 2 2 3 1 4 1 5 2 6s 6 7s 2 8s 12 9s and then 24 10s.
Damn.
Dang.
Damn.
I mean,
People love this song.
that's how you know it's a good song.
All right, next one we got Sugar Rush Ride. I think Anita, it's your turn or is it my turn? I
It's
don't
Anita's
remember
turn.
who. Anita, here we go.
turn.
Boom.
All right. Doug gave it a 5. I gave it a 7. Warren gave it a 7. The nation gave it a 7.20. So the average is 6.55. All right, Doug.
Yeah.
Your turn.
I've always not liked this track. Y'all know. I think Warren knows this one. I don't know, dude.
No,
Sugar
no.
Rush Ride, Sugar Rush Ride, Sugar Rush Ride. Bro, what are we doing? What are we doing?
It's good.
You know,
Fuck off.
Give me
Okay.
four.
I think
Give me four.
I had that same impression during like the first couple of listens to it, because I don't think when we covered it I had like the most positive review on it. But I think after listening to it sometime, I do feel like the verses and like the pre-chorus are really, really nice. Like the guitar sound and the instrumental was really nice too. I think the chorus did feel like a little much. Like the vocals feel a little much.
I just thought it was a little too instrumental to me. I was like, oh, the double set, and then we got the boop, 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 and I'm like, oh, is the double having a hard time talking? Is he Joel right now? Joel, you know, like just to me, I don't know. For me, I just felt the chorus is a little too instrumental in general. You know,
I'm
That's how
okay
I
with
feel.
an instrumental heavy chorus. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I remember this song very clearly for two reasons. One, I think Doug was absent when he discussed the song.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I spent the entire episode going sugar rush, sugar rush, sugar rush. The flip side of it, after I recorded the episode, I remember there was a viral tweet somewhere, and it was this high school girl who was very clearly a TxT fan, and she was horning over Yeonjun or Subin, I forget which, but she was like,
Okay.
it was very clearly she was having a fantastic time is what I'll say.
Okay.
And that's where I learned, okay, this is a viable market. I'm probably not the market. I'm not into sultry men. No offense.
You're not the audience.
I'm not the audience, unfortunately. But I will recognize a good looking man as a good looking man. And my question always was, is the target audience going to like this? And that was proof to me that it worked out. I didn't hate the sound design. I thought it was very good for their vocal direction, which led it leaned heavily into all these falsettos, these sultry, strong but firm but fragile high notes. And like, if you do too much of those, it's like it's over the top. It's boring. You got to break that up a little bit, add a little bit of that instrumental. And so I thought songwriting wise, I didn't hate it at all. I thought it was nice.
They knew what they were doing here. They had Yeonjun in a zip-up hoodie with the zippers on the both sides so he could wear no shirt, right? So he could shot and ab shots, you know? They knew what they were doing with this one. Let's be honest here, guys.
It's fan servicey. Yeah.
You know, to be fair, I guess I just don't like the Sugar Sugar Rush Ride part a little bit. I do like some part, I do like the upbeat chorus, though. You know how it was like, come a little closer, those parts. I thought those parts were fun.
Oh, okay.
Gimme more.
That's why I don't like this song. Sugar Rush Ride 6.55. Let's go. Chasing That Feeling. It is my turn to announce the scores. Let's see. Chasing That Feeling. I gave it a 6. Anita gave it a 5. Warren gave it a 4. Nation gave it a 6.31. And the result is a 5.33. I believe this is the lowest rated in total, and I think this is the lowest Nation score as well. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. I can kind of see why.
Yeah. What? Take your best stab. Why do you think?
Well, if we have a similar reasoning, I think during this time when this song was released, the retro like 80s synthy vibe was quite popular. We had a lot of songs that were doing this or something similar. And I feel like honestly, this was another one of those songs where I had a hard time recalling like the main part, like the main hook. And I think it's because it does blend into what we heard a lot of at that time. And even hearing it now, I feel like it's not super distinguishable. Because I don't know, it's nice. I just didn't think it was stand out, to be honest.
I'm gonna actually flip that around a little bit and say this was behind for its time, because
behind.
Yeah, The Weeknd was in like 2021, and then they were releasing a Weeknd that song in 2023, right?
Yeah,
with this one.
I remember Twice dropped "I Can't Stop Me" in 2020. Peak, like that was, I remember, the fall of COVID. The thing is, okay, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like retro synth pop. I don't think there's anything fundamentally wrong with doing something of this vibe in 2023. That's not really where I have an issue. I think where I had an issue was it was very draggy, it was very mopey, and the energy was completely missing. And I felt like they were trying to make it a bit more of an emotional track. But
this is keep on.
But like, I just felt like they completely let go of all the pros that comes with this kind of sound design, and just you end up with something that feels like the beat is going, but I don't know, the energy isn't there for me.
This was also, out of all their music videos, my least favorite one. Like the music video premise of this one was like they're the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles essentially, right, in the sewers. And then they have these powers. And I remember there was like shots where one guy's getting pulled by a taxi, and there are these shitty ass CGI sparks on his feet, right? Like there was shots like that in this music video, and I was just like, I don't know. Like I just thought this whole era here was just weird. It didn't feel TxT to me. It just felt like, let's do a retro synth pop song, and I guess it's mopey, and that's what they went with, right? And I don't know. I still have it as a 6. I still think the song is fine, but for like a TxT song standing on the shoulders of all these other great tracks, I just was like, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
Same thing, Anita. Similar vibe.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. As a result, the average score for Chasing That Feeling, 5.33. Next, we have Deja Vu.
I think it's my turn.
It is Warren's.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, boom.
Deja Vu. Doug gave it an 8. Anita gave it a 9. I gave it a 6. Nation gave it a 7.48. Average score comes down to 7.62.
For me, this was so if you look at my scores, I got a 6, 5, 6, and now I'm up to an 8 again, right?
Yeah.
For me, this was the first song in a hot second that felt to me like a TxT song. And that's why I am a big fan of this one. I don't know. I think this one fit everything that I would like in a TxT song. I thought the vocals, of course, were good. Performance is great. And I thought it had a really catchy chorus, this one specifically.
Yeah. No, I think I agree with that comment about this feeling like a return to maybe the concept or a vibe to TxT that some of the other songs didn't have. I think in particular this one I really enjoyed, surprisingly because of the genre, because I thought the rage hip hop sound that they were going with here, I guess I wasn't too familiar with it, or at least not in K-pop, so I thought they did a really good job with it. And even now, because I think we've heard a couple more songs that fall into that genre, I think this is still a really, really solid attempt or like version of it in K-pop. So I enjoyed it. The choreography was also really cool. I think it was one of the latest TxT songs that I really enjoyed.
I'm looking at my notes. I think I meant to write 7, not 6.
Warren.
I know that sounds like a cop out, but I mean, I like
you can do it. You can do it.
Yeah,
no. The fans will love. We're boosting scores here, guys. Yeah, let's go. Whoa.
Let it be on record that I'm a huge TxT fan. MOA. Yeah. This is one of the two Rage tracks on the TxT discography of title tracks. Rage, if you're not familiar with what that is, it's a form of trap music, popular in modern hip hop, if you will, particularly with Playboi Carti and his gang of friends and the underground opium type music, if you will. Although, I mean, this is a lot less aggressive and forward as some of the stuff that, those group of kids are putting out. It felt a lot more general public friendly, and I really loved the beat. The lead synth in there, I thought was really addictive, and I still think it lives up in 2025.
Yes.
The chorus, I think someone mentioned here and there, I thought it was really fun. Very, very. I don't know. Yeah. It was good. I still remember it after all these years.
It's one of the most memorable choruses they have, I think. Like the yakso. Here's the thing. I'm gonna make an overarching take about TxT. If in some alternate universe, I'm good looking, I'm a stick, I got plastic surgery, baby, I'm in Korea, I'm auditioning. The group I would want to be in is TxT. I'm going to be completely honest. Hey, you could argue who's the best dancers or for boy groups or whatever, but to me, TxT has the most fun choreo out of all the boy groups. The formations they do, the way they dance is what I would like to do personally. Additionally, for a boy group, minimal fan service. Right, across the songs.
Except for Sugar Rush, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but 1 out of 13 ain't too bad. You got a group like Zero Base One. 1 out of every 2 is a fan service song, right? like if I was to be in a group, this is a performance based group. I would want to be in this type. I think the songs are fun. They have great choreo. It's very engaging. This is like, if I had a kid or if my nephew wanted to be in a group and he was a teenager, like, bro, my kid's in the best group. Like, damn. I don't know. I think they could look back and be very proud of what they're doing because the songs are great. The investment is there. Deja Vu, getting back to Deja Vu, with Warren's change of score to a 7, the average score is now a 7.87. Let's see how much did it rise. It rose up a lot. It rose up a whole 0.15. Next we have Over the Moon. I think it's me. Over the Moon. I gave it a 6. Anita gave it a 5. Warren gave it a 7. Nation gave it a 6.29 for a average score of a 6.07.
Look at that! I am the most positive in the room. When's that ever happened? Why did you guys hate the song? Why is it? I
don't hate it.
Fiver?
It's just it's
Okay, I think I recall this song because it's one of their most recent ones. But I also recall that it was quite mellow. Like it's also rather short, and I didn't feel like it was pushing anything in particular either way. Like I didn't feel like it had like a very very specific recognizable concept. Like music video wise, it was just kind of choreography based and like shot based, like set and like close up. Like I didn't feel like anything was super distinguishable about it. It's still nice. Like I think the vocals are really nice. But yeah, I guess in the midst of all their other title tracks, I thought it was rather mellow.
Interesting. I felt like it was a bit of a callback to some of their earlier works, like Blue Hour, for example.
Okay.
Because it still leans on these disco ingredients, if you will, and there's a bit of a I'd say there's like a hopeful tone to the song, which reminds me of their earlier stuff a little bit. But now with this track, it feels a lot more mature and feels a lot more developed. And you still haven't really thrown away all the stuff you've gotten in the previous years with the emotion you build. Overall, I felt like it was a very nice positive change up for TxT, which in the past couple, in the tracks leading up to that, have been doing a lot of mopey, a rather emotional, not the best way kind of songs. So I don't know. I thought it was nice.
I think it's just fun. I kind of agree with Anita, where I don't feel like they really pushed anything too forward here. Also, this is the music video where they essentially like there was like a mock church setup or like a wedding hall setup, and they just danced around the wedding hall, right? Is this one?
Yeah. Very white, pale.
I was just pastel. Like, I don't know. This music video also felt a little out of place for me relative to everything else. But I thought the song's fun. I just don't think it's like a classic for them. So I still give it a 6. I think it's good though. Average score for Over the Moon, 6.07. It is Warren's turn to announce the scores for Love Language.
Love
3, 2,
Language.
1.
Got a 6 from Doug, 6 from Anita, 7 from Warren, 6.12 from the Nation, giving it an average composite score of 6.28. Once again, I am the most positive, and y'all are just hating.
I guess I don't like instrumental choruses. That's I guess. Like.
Oh, and also I think we need to scroll down a little bit on the screen.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. Yeah, Love Language. You remember I was a giant fan of the set. I remember this music video. This chateau.
The music video is nice.
Yeah.
I like the
music video. It was really pleasant. For me, just the front half of the chorus is just like random noises, happy noises.
What?
Like, I don't know.
I mean, I enjoy the instrumental. I think it's very bouncy, but still like very light in a way. Like I thought it fit the vibe they were going for, very summery, Italian summer, what I remember from the music video. I think this felt a little light in a way. Maybe as a summer song, I thought it might be a little stronger or a little more, I don't know, like pushing maybe something a little different, but I still enjoyed it. I thought it was still.
This is just the Aperol spritz of their discography.
It's refreshing. Yeah, it's nice.
Just a nice, refreshing drink here. I think that sums up this song extremely well, actually. Warren, 7. You do this one a little bit better. You have a good run here, 777.
I mean, I like an Aperol spritz,
7.
so I guess I mean, I mean that's actually a really good way of putting it. It's really chill,
right?
Yeah, no, it's really
chill,
summery.
Yeah.
It's nothing too heavy. Yeah, this is fucking Aperol spritz, I guess.
It literally is, right? The more you think, and it's Italian drink with this type of chateau song. It's perfect.
It's clear that with Love Language, they were taking references from the modern trend of pop music, where it's a little more minimal. The BPM sits around. I say like 130, 140-ish. It's mostly a dance hall inspired instrumental, but I'm gonna attempt to group this together with the rest of light, repetitive dance music we've gotten from K-pop during this time. New Jeans, IZNA. You get the idea, I think.
Can I say something?
What's up?
The most watched part of this music video on YouTube
is
when Subin shows his abs. There's like by far it's the most viewed part of this music video.
Look,
another instance of fan service.
I'm sure the girl who was hoarding over Sugar Rush Ride was hoarding over that section as well.
100%. It's most viewed by far this section. That's hilarious.
Nothing wrong with that.
Let's go. Love Language average score is 6.28. And then finally we have Beautiful Strangers, the most recent release. It came out 2 months ago. Anita, did you do it already?
I don't think I have.
All right, right here, Anita. 3, 2, 1, boom.
All right. Doug gave it a 7. I gave it a 6. Warren gave it an 8. The Nation gave it a 6.80. So an average of 6.95.
Hey, we brought back the angst to some extent on this one. That's
we
why
did.
I think this is a would recommend.
This is interesting.
Also, relative to a lot of the TxT songs, this one's a very powerful one in terms of the dance presentation. I think this one.
Yeah.
Little emotional too for TxT.
Yeah,
there's another layer we're getting here.
Mm-hmm.
It just felt It just felt like a better version of Deja Vu, a better beat, a better vocal performance.
No, I disagree strongly with that.
Oh well, yeah. Fuck you too.
Whoa!
I disagree.
Why?
Okay, I think this felt a little weaker in the sense that some of like the key points in the instrumental didn't quite feel as I guess, as distinguishable. Like when I think of Deja Vu, I think of that synth lead that is in the intro and kind of follows that melody in the chorus. Whereas in this one, in Beautiful Strangers, I didn't think there was anything in particular that was super like that I could catch on and be like, oh yeah, that's that memorable part.
What? There's that beam. I'm not sounding lit, but you know what I mean. That's there. It's also opium core, Anita. Get out. It's also rage.
No, I felt it was weaker than Deja Vu, to be honest.
I don't know. I disagree. It was just a better version of Deja Vu overall, and maybe there isn't the memorable chorus that Deja Vu had, but I don't think this track needed one. It flowed really well without it.
This song's also a little more mature, and people were worried about this song because it was kind of melancholic. People were worried about the contract situation, but then they announced that all 5 renewed, right? So now everyone's happy. I like this one. I think this song opens the door for the future stuff. Are we gonna get more angst? Are we gonna go a little more mature? Are we gonna be darker? We don't know where we're at right now with them, and I think this was a cool switch up from Love Language. The Beautiful Strangers are completely different vibes, right? Extremely different vibes. Overall, though, hey, Beautiful Strangers composite score is 6.95. Yo, TxT has a ridiculously strong discography, right? Like
pretty solid.
Clearly,
in general. Here's a graph of the scores.
We got graphs.
You want to zoom out a little bit so I can
zoom out a tiny bit.
There you go.
Oh, there's the scores, guys.
Wow. Should he read through all the scores?
Yeah, I guess I'll just do that. Crown, 7.44. Runaway, 7.66. Can't You See Me, 6.49. Blue Hour, 8.55. 01 Love Song, 8.88. Loser Lover, 8.22. Good Boy Gone Bad, 5.88. Sugar Rush Ride, 6.55. Chasing That Feeling, 5.33. Deja Vu, 7.87. Over the Moon, 6.07. Love Language, 6.28. And then Beautiful Strangers, 6.95. Bro, that run, Blue Hour,
first half.
01 Love Song, the first half run is insane, right?
Quite solid. Yeah.
Wow. I think we had a little bit of a rut in the middle. I think we're back on track though, for sure.
I'm seeing a bit of like I'm seeing this kind of curve with girl groups recently nowadays a lot, where they start off and the first the second year or so into their careers is where they get a lot of good numbers, and then they diversify. They try what else they could. They try different things, experiment. See how they can expand. And then slowly from there, they start building up again, which I think is a good blueprint for extending your discography and lengthening your career in a really healthy way. So, I mean, I'm glad that we're picking back up. I think some of the recent songs I liked more than you guys, but I mean,
you have,
yeah. Are you gonna still say I'm a TxT hater, you commenter? Think twice.
We are not haters.
Hey, shout out to the pink-eyed players, guys.
Oh my god!
No. Never mind, guys. Hey, I'm a big TxT fan. Out of all the boy groups, might be in my top 2, top 3 for sure.
Damn.
Actually,
you're picking
the music. Yeah.
You're picking TxT over BTS and 17. That's what I heard.
I'll leave it at this. At least one of them. That's what I'll say.
Oh.
That's all I'll say, yo. That's what I'll say.
Okay.
Hey, I'm a big believer in TxT. I like the music they're doing. Their contracts are renewed, which means they'll cover them past the military era. Nice. We're set up here very well. We're positioned very well. The investment is still there from the company. All positive signs. It's been a fun SojuBomb. I'm kind of playing around that idea of the NMIXX one for the next one. Sounds interesting, actually.
Ooh.
But we'll have to see what people's reaction are to this. Let us know what you think. Just be civil. Just a quick reminder, just our opinions. It literally means nothing. If you don't like what we're saying, you just leave. It's fine. Just be kind. It's been a fun Chuseok episode of 346. We had this giant SojuBomb. We'll see you guys next time, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
And here's an extra special shout out to all of our Fiesta Patreons on patreon.com. Bagel, Charles, Cotton Ball, Ellie, Gogu Mama, Honey Pools, Incoming Snail, Liam's Games and Toys, Natalie, NJ Parks, South Texas Once, Siu Sumi. And thank you for joining Soju Talk, your weekly shot of K-pop. Thank you, really.